Shemai GTA chums, we have a lot of removed vehicles in Simians this week. We have the 3 cars from our protagonists in GTA. You can purchase their cars because they've all been removed from the game. But I've gone with my favourite, which is the Bodhi, which costs only 25 grand, well worth it. So let's customise it and then we're going to take it on some off-road testing. So we're going to customise it. It's an off-road class vehicle, and the reason why I purchased it is because it looks, although Google says it's a Jeep M715, whatever one of them is, I think it looks significantly like a Landrover Defender. So we're going to do some kind of Landrover Defender build. All the armour has been upgraded to the max already because I've already been in it doing that. But we're going to change the bumpers, so we can put like a winch on it. You can just put the bumpers on, and I think a clean look with just the bumpers looks nice. Rear bumper, we might do something similar to match it up. There we go, very nice. Chassis, got the headlight covers. I mean, I can't remember if that's a thing with Land Rovers, but it might be. Land Rover Defenders. Vented wings, what does that do? Okay, we lose this step and we get the wings on. I suppose the step wasn't a thing with, well, maybe some Defenders have steps on them. Probably, but I don't remember the stock one being quite so pronounced if there is a stock one. But I think I'm going to leave it because I like it. Actually, I'm going to put a step. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put a step on. I mean, but how do we do that? Yeah, there we go. We'll wang the side steps on. I think that's a nice upgrade for it. Engine's going to upgraded. Fenders. Okay, we've got these bolt-ons. Now, they're not really a thing with a Land Rover Defender, but they tend to cover up the rust a little bit, so I'm almost tempted to put them on, just for that reason. I mean, maybe some off-roaders, the off-road community use them a lot, but honestly, they use more. These are more farm machinery. They use the Land Rover Discovery more, the off-roaders, and that's because I think it's a bit more difficult to drive. Well, it is a bit more difficult to drive. I've driven them. I've driven the Defender is agricultural machinery at its finest. And it's not a polite car to drive, it's very bumpy and rickety, so for that reason people probably don't like it. The grille, I can't remember what the grille was like now, I should have got a picture of one up. I think that's about right, the stock grille. Bonnet, we can put all sorts of crazy stuff on it. Twin intakes, I kind of want to get rid of the rust though, and the bullhorns, that's what I put on my car originally when it was a Trevor time car. But I'm going to leave it stock, I think. Although that one eradicated a bit of rust by putting the vent on. Actually, let's put the vent on, just get rid of a bit of rust. Maybe we should put those bolt-on arches on after all. Let's look at those fenders, just the very basic ones to try and get rid of the rust. I just want to do it as clean as possible. That's the only reason I'm putting those on. I know they're not quite right. What else have we got? Plate. I suppose a very old one would have a black plate, so black is the nearest we'll have to that. Also, we should probably put something like off-road, because that's kind of what it is. It's built for off-road. Respray. Now this is the important bit. What are we going to do with it? Because classics are free, so we're going to do. I mean, black is nice, but those brown seats just contrast with it. So what's going to work? We've done a red build this week. That probably is the best, some kind of red, and that garnet red is something that you might have seen on the real thing, perhaps. A lot of blue ones, so let's have a look at the blues, see if we've got any nice landy blues. Not midnight, not galaxy dark blue. I mean, maybe that's a bit more right Saxon, but not quite. It's not ultra blue, not mariner. No, these are all wrong, I think. Let's just throw on what did I say? Saxon blue. I think that's the one that looks. It needs to be a bit darker than that to get a Land Rover look to it. So let's just go through, see if there's anything else that jumps out. I mean, those kind of browny colours, they just kind of suit the car overall anyway. Maybe I should do sandy brown. Let's just wang it on because it goes with the seats most. Otherwise, the seats contrast against it. So we're going to do that. I can't remember if that is. I see them more in blue, so I really can't remember seeing a Land Rover in that colour. But it just suits the overall car. Roll cages. I have seen these on them. Have we got anything that isn't rusty? Like that carbon is good. Although the back end is rusty, isn't it? So I suppose rust is the kind of way forward. No, I think it's got enough to it. I think it adds too much busyness to it. We're going to leave it with no roll cage. What about the chrome? No, sorry. Transmission's done. Wheels. Now, the original rims are very good, but let's just have a look to see if there's anything we can get a bit better. Like, those wheels are wrong. The tyres, sorry, are wrong. We need something chunky and off-road like. So we can't see the brake calipers, so we can go for anything we want. Maybe a Steely would look best with this. Like the retro Steely, I think, is the one. Let's just have a look at the others. Yeah, retro Steely. These all look nice, but not with those brake calipers. I think the Steely's got to be it. Heavy duty is good, but the retro Steely is a bit cheaper. Heavy duty looks a bit better with those bolts, so we're going to go with that. Wheel colour, we can colour them in black. That's kind of what we've seen. It's an off-road build, so we're going to put the custom tyres on. We're going to put the bulletproof. We've got that black tyre smoke because it's just an old Landrover, isn't it? We can limo no windows out. I don't know why you do that. Done it. Okay, let's go through some off-road performance next. I think you can agree it's a great looking car though. For those who are interested, the drive around town is quite sedate, but solid. And that's about all you probably need to know about town driving. First off, we're going to see if it can go across water, and the lights work. How's about that then? It's an original car from GTA, it's number 1. It's the first car in GTA, so of course it works. Everything works on it. It is a solid drive, even if it's not the fastest car in the game. I like it. Okay, let's see if it can survive deep water. That is impressive. That is very good. Next we have ground clearance. Perfect, perfect. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. Wow. Long wheelbase. Look at that. Standard. All-wheel drive working nicely. So let's do Chiliad. Well, here we are at Chiliad, and as he would say, it's Trevor time! Start. We're going to time our route up Chiliad, the easy route, the standard route, to see how it compares to other cars such as the Drauga. I'm obviously not expecting it to beat the Drauga unless we have some kind of cataclysmic change in the entire way the dynamics of the game work, which is probably not going to happen. So this is exactly what people think they're doing when they're buying these cars and doing them up, and what they will do with the Landrover Defender is they'll paint them in like jet black, and they'll wear like aviator glasses and leather jackets and go, yeah, we're badass, we're off-roading to the max. But obviously they never do this. They probably just go and break down on an A-road locally and fail to even get near the mountain. But you never know, some of them might do this kind of business. Oh, she's struggling a little bit of struggle, but still going, still creeping along. It's not slipping though, not slipping, so we're getting there. Solid, good car. Very nice. I mean, maybe the developers actually drove up Chiliad up this route during the testing of this car before they released the game. They thought, well, I want to make sure. Oh, what was that? Did I just hit a bush and slow down massively? We were at 1:13. It's not bad, you know. It's not going to beat the Drauga at this point, unfortunately. Or the Desert Raid, which is the same as the Drauga 123 or something. I can't look at my spreadsheet right now. Too busy trying to concentrate on not smashing it and talk at the same time. But yeah, there's a lot of pretenders that drive the Defenders. There's also farmers. Oh, the long wheelbase has got us there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, a slight fail. That was 1:40 odd. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Before the minute's up, come. There we go, 1:51. That is a decent time. And if I hadn't got stuck there, what would it have been? So 1:51. That beats the Seminole Frontier, the Caracara. It beats the Caracara 6x6, not the 4x4. The Karin Rebel at 1:52. It beats that. Not as fast as the Weenie Rally, which is terrible in car anyway. Sand King SWB. It's about 1:48. So it's probably similar to the Sand King, but it's quite a way off the Drauga at 1:23. the Camacho at 125, that kind of thing, but it's got enough in it. And the other thing is as well, these lights on top work, so they illuminate it for doing a night sortie like I've done here. So it's a very good car. 25 grand, that is cheap and you're buying into the looks as well. Personally, I think they've put a lot more effort in this than the Sand King SWB, customization wise. Obviously it's a protagonist car, it's Trevor car, it's Trevor time, so for that reason they've put a lot more effort into it, and you can tell the quality coming through. I almost wish that it had a bit more ground clearance just to help us out at the end. So that is one thing that we probably needed, but it's a very good off-roader. It's not top tier, it's probably not middle, but probably actually bottom end of middle maybe. Anyway, if you found this video useful, drop a like, and do get this car bought for 25 grand. Just put it in your garage if you can't afford to upgrade it, because it's great. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day if you're playing GTA.